Morning, good morning, good morning. Stocks go up, stocks go down. Nvidia was the key yesterday. It came back, things came back, then it went back down, and it's going to go lower. It's going to go lower until they figure out, if the market figures out what's going to happen. Now, Nvidia is saying no issue right now, no issue in the current future, but possibly an issue down the line. Now, this is a very strange ruling because it puts out particular things that Nvidia can't sell, but it doesn't target the whole industry, even though it applies to the whole industry. Kind of crazy, right? Are they going to be able to get around it? Maybe, maybe not. Here's the thing that's very interesting to me, and this is what I'm hearing, that Nvidia is going to create a cloud. They're already trying to, just like the Amazon cloud. Okay? They're going to go create a cloud. They may or may not create it in China. They're not selling the chips. They're putting the chips out there in the cloud. And can China lease into the chips? They can't have the chips, but they can put data on there and train models. I don't know. I don't think people know. And that's very interesting. So what happens there? Okay, so just have to be aware of that. We hit NDX yesterday. It went 10 to 96 and then back to, 15, 16, 17. Got to trade these. Market was down 20. Now it's down 13. Interesting. So that's what we know. Wow. Okay. ASML comes out with earnings, and ASML said, this was interesting yesterday. You should have known this yesterday. We didn't buy it, but we didn't buy it either way. ASML came out yesterday after the ruling and said, this is going to hinder sales to China and hinder our year. Well, they reported earnings today, and they basically said now 2024 is a transition year because they don't know. Okay? Lam Research is lower. NOW we bought now and sold now right off the bat, and then just chilled and used a little bit of profits and just kind of waiting. Okay, today you want to watch Lilly. If Lilly breaks 600, get out of the way, lower. Remember the last time? It hit 600, then it went to 590, then it went to 580, it went to 570, went to 560, went to 550, went to 540, went to 530. 6 weeks of down. Okay? 6 weeks of down. Okay? You just have to understand this. If it starts to do that again, it'll do the same thing. Okay? But today, if it can get through 616, then very much can go to 630, 640. Okay? So just be aware. As long as you're aware, you're okay. If you're not aware, you're not okay. Okay? So just understand that. Okay? So interesting. So that's what we know. Now, things that I'm hearing that are bad, you just have to, there's good and there's bad. Okay? First thing, none of this should have been a surprise to anybody. I told you for 3-4 weeks in a row, Nvidia, they're gonna come out with this ruling, they're gonna come out with this ruling, they're gonna come out with real. We didn't think it would come out and only attack Nvidia. It seemed to only attack Nvidia, indirectly attacking others, indirectly. Okay? So very, very interesting. We told you. And I'm going to tell you on Avago, I don't know if China responds. In my opinion, so China could do two things. One, they could respond and say, let's make good and do this. Okay? Now, I don't know if China's governing body on takeovers or whoever is approving or denying that request for takeover of VMware. I mean, I don't know if the government calls up that guy and says, just don't answer. Maybe not. No idea, right? I mean, it's the stupidest thing in the world. I mean, the world needs to change their thing. They need to say, if somebody's going to buy somebody, these regulatory bodies need to approve it, and they get X amount of days. Think about this. I mean, look at the Microsoft Activision thing. What, took a year and a half? I mean, just we'll put it off for a year or 2 years or 3 years or 5 years or 10 years. Really? Now, I understand. See, VMware, they could still close the deal and say, okay, they can sue us, okay, to get lawsuit costs. Or they can say, here's a problem, is if Avago sells to China, what if China says you can't buy anything from this company if they close the deal? Stock's down 50%. I don't know, okay? So you just have to look at that, okay? Biden going out asking for another $100 billion. I don't know, so I'm not political, so I don't give a shit about Trump. I don't give a shit about Biden. I don't give a shit about anybody, okay? I don't care about the wars. I don't care. I just care about, and this is all you need to care about till 3 o'clock. Then after 3 o'clock, you can care about everything, okay? But till 3 o'clock, care about the market, okay? And he's going to go ask for another $100 billion. So, I posted this stuff and I got some responses. People didn't understand the bond. So let me tell you this. So let's say you're issuing something. Now, this is different than tickets and stuff. Say the less you issue, and if there's no tickets available to a game like the Ranger game, the price goes higher because everybody wants them. Okay, now bonds is different. So let's say you put out bonds and not enough people want them. Okay, because they already have them. You put out so many, all the people that have money, let's say Juan has $10 million, but he's already bought $9 million worth of bonds at 4%, 4.5%. So he's living hunky-dory on the interest, and he doesn't have much money left, okay? So if the government puts out bonds, he can't buy more bonds. He doesn't have much money left, okay? So there's less demand. That means, how do you get more demand? How do you get more demand? How does the government sell more? Have to raise the interest rate. The interest rate goes higher. Say the interest rate goes to 10%. Well, Juan's going to immediately say, shit, sell these 6%ers or 5%ers or whatever and go buy the 10%ers. Or he's going to go borrow money and go buy the 10%ers. That's what people are going to do. Okay, so that's why if he keeps issuing more and more and there's not enough demand, that means they have to raise the interest rate and the rates go higher. So all the people that are saying here right now that the bonds are going to fail, be very careful, because all they have to do is they pop the interest rate to 6% or 7%. Everybody and their mother's selling stocks. Okay, so just understand that. That's how it works. Okay, and so if he doesn't have any bonds out there, if they're not issuing anything, okay, then the interest rate comes lower because everybody wants. They don't want them. Okay, so that's how it works. And so if he keeps issuing, and see, the rates have gone up because Yellen is issuing so much money. Let's just print money. Let's just give $10 billion to Ukraine. Let's give $100 billion to them, and let's give another $100 billion to everything else. They just print money. Well, they have to pay more interest rates, higher interest rates. So that's the thing. Okay. SPX, where does it go here today? I don't know, but the news, the Nvidia going lower is not good. Okay, maybe they take it to 400 and they take it way down. Okay, ASML basically told you the ruling screwed things up, and the whole year, next year is a transition year. Okay, very interesting. Okay, ISRG earnings coming. Look, people are way ahead of the curve. Okay, They just people make shit up. You know, I love Jim Cramer. Jim Cramer has good stuff. Remember, it's just commentary. You can like him or don't like him. It's just information. Certain pieces of stuff. I mean, for the guy to say, "Oh, people aren't going to use ISRG because they're going to take this drug," really? They're going to take a drug so their prostate's not going to get bad. Okay, I gotcha. Okay, so it doesn't make sense. Okay, now that being said, yesterday, the market doesn't have to make sense. Nothing has to make sense. Okay? It just is. What it is what it is. Okay? Nothing has to make sense. Everything was set up very nicely to go a couple days ago, and it reversed. Yesterday, it went down 30 to up 20. We hit the SPXs, we hit the NDXs for 100 points if you sold them. I sell them at 10. So I trade different accounts, and if I'm trading my IRA, I have a rule. Anything that's a double, if I buy anything in it, I just sell it. I don't care if it's a triple. I don't care if it's going up. I don't care if the news says it's going to go up more. I just take a double because it's my IRA. That's what I do. Okay? You have these rules, and that's how you play them. And if I want to buy them again, I buy them again. Okay? So very, very interesting. So that's why I sold the NDXs. Now, if I wouldn't have bought them in my IRA, and you only buy stuff in your IRA when you know it's going up. That's why I knew it was going up, because the market was down 200 at NASDAQ, and then it was down 100. So you knew it was going to go to 50. So you knew you'd get a double. Okay? Didn't know you get more. Didn't know you get 96. But okay, so interesting. Okay, LMT ripped to 451, which is my number, 452, and then it drops 13 for no reason. No idea why. No idea why. Okay, NOC, same thing. Okay, Microsoft today has news. Microsoft has a $1 billion deal with Amazon for 365, which is their Excel and all that stuff. Okay, so they got a $1 billion deal. So that's very bullish Microsoft for today. Okay, Tesla earnings. You know, I don't see where Tesla margins are going to get any better. Now, does he say that he sees them going to get better? Maybe. I mean, the guy tells you stuff every time. He's been go look at. There's a video out there from 2017 that he says every year that within a year and a half you're going to get FSD. In 2017, he said it. For 2018, 2019, 2020. For 8 years in a row, he's telling you full self-drive is coming and robo-taxis are coming. They're not coming, guys. They're not coming. They're not even close. Before you even get robo-taxis, you got to get a city like Rowlett, Texas, or Dallas, Texas, to even approve it. You can't even use FSD in downtown Dallas. I'm telling you. I know all the cops. Okay? If they see a car driving by itself, they're just going to pull it over. They're going to pull it over and they're going to tow it. That's all they do. Okay? It's not legal. Okay? Now Elon is also going to start charging on X for tweets. If you want to tweet, retweet, or comment to anybody or even do a like, you have to pay $1 a year. Really crazy stuff. Really crazy stuff. I have a feeling that he wants to take Twitter back to probably a $40 billion valuation, and he'll sell it. He'll sell it. Now, okay? So understand that. Okay, so that's what I know. The market heading lower. There's nothing great out there. The news, the Nvidia news, all you got to watch. If Nvidia takes out 426, we're going to go way lower. Way lower. And they want to take it down. So maybe it goes lower, let it go lower, and then it goes higher. Okay, afterward. The Avago news, does it come? I don't know. I don't know. They could come out and make good, or they can say, we're not even going to respond to you. And then what does Avago do? I don't know. Okay? Goldman Sachs. Think about Goldman Sachs. These guys people used to say they're the smartest people in the room. Now, they're dumber. They're some of the dumbest people in the world. They're dumbest people in the world. They are. They just are. Okay? How do you don't do any IPOs so your earnings go lower. Your earnings go lower for the last 5 years, nonstop from way back when. It goes lower. Now you finally start saying, oh my God, we're doing IPOs again. We're going to make money. And you don't make money. Isn't that funny? It's funny. It's hilarious to me. Okay? And then we see. SMCI, we told you yesterday. SMCI doesn't barely sell anything to China, and it's going lower today. And it did yesterday. It went all the way down to 280 and then popped to 300. We told you it would go. Very nice. Okay? But here's the thing. They're not in tandem. If Nvidia is going lower and SMCI is going up, one of them is wrong. It's not in tandem. If Avago is going higher and Nvidia is going lower, they're not in tandem. One is wrong. Okay? So understand that. Procter & Gamble is good. Why? Because they raise prices. At some point, you get to stop raising prices. But it's not going to happen because people can. Let me tell you what the Walmart CEO is saying privately. Why? Because I know. He's saying, what can we raise prices on that people won't notice? Oh, let's go change Pepsi, the single bottles. Let's raise it 10 cents. Nobody even know. They were $2.89. We'll make them $2.99. Nobody will know. And then we'll lie to people and tell them we're not raising prices. Let's go raise the price on candy bars. We're going to go up 5 cents every week. Nobody will even know. They don't know. That's what they're doing. The manufacturers are not raising prices. It's the people that are selling the goods. Okay? Lettuce is not going up. Okay? But Chipotle is saying, let's go take another 20 cents here. Nobody will know. That's what they're doing. Okay? Netflix comes out and tells you, we haven't raised prices in 2 years. Really? You haven't raised prices? I'm pretty sure you said we're going from 4 logins to 2 logins. And if your login isn't through the same IP address that you're at home, we're going to charge you another $6 or $8. You didn't even raise my price $1. You took it up $8. Interesting, right? Interesting. So they're just lying. Don't fall for this stuff, okay? But today it's a chill day. I think we head lower, and if Nvidia, just watch Nvidia. If 426 breaks, we can break. Not saying it's going to break. Let's see. In theory, it should hold, but their comment wasn't great because their comment in the 8K was, we don't know really what's going to happen in a year or two or when down the line, and then nobody knows. So let it tank. Now, the only comment that nobody's made on Nvidia, I'll tell you, they raised guidance by $6 billion. $6 billion, and then another $2 billion. So they raised guidance by $8 billion. Okay? So they were supposed to make 4, and then they make 12. So 20% of $4 billion to China is $800 million. So let's say it's $1 billion. So they raised guide by $6 billion, and then they say we're going to lose $1 billion of that. Like it matters? Doesn't matter. But here's the thing. We're heading lower. And let it go lower. And let it go lower. And if Biden really puts out that $100 billion and it gets approved, they're going to take the 10-year to 5%, and you're going to get a 150-point down day. Okay, let's get started. Good morning, everybody. SPX down 20. It's trying to break 43.53, 43.52, 43.32, 4,300. Okay? Upside 44.09. Avago 887, 892. Underneath 852. Nvidia 426 beast. Huge number. Needs 455 to be better. ISRG earnings tomorrow. 306, 309, underneath 250. Goldman Sachs, the golden garbages, a couple golden garbage CEOs. Goldman Sachs CEO, he's garbage. Boeing CEO, he's garbage. I mean, these garbage people just keep them. Think about this. Very, very simple. Okay? Goldman Sachs 316 up, 305 down. Lam Research earnings either today or tomorrow, not sure. Okay, 672, 631. MicroStrategy. Look, Bitcoin is going to go up. At some point, it's going to go up huge. They got us into this one. It's okay. 352 up, 331 down. Coin 83 and 89. Lilly needs 316 today. If Lilly is down today, and if it breaks 600, you may have another 4 or 5 weeks of Lilly lower, exactly like last time. So you don't need to chase, okay? If it gets through 621, right back up, okay? Snowman, all about Microsoft Cloud and Amazon Cloud when it comes out, so it's really not relevant. Same thing with MDB. Netflix, I think they're going to miss. I think they're going to tell you, we're just going to raise prices, market's going to like it, and then somebody's going to ask the question, well, what about your ad-supported? Well, nobody watches ad-supported. 322, 309. NDX, all about 15,000. SMCI, 301, 306 up, 270, 281, 272 down. NOC, see if it can get through 496. LMT has to get through 452. Both of those will be off the screen after this week because they don't care. Should have went higher. They don't care. Okay? NOW tried to run yesterday, ran early. Don't know why, but we sold them for a double fast. If it can get through 573, can start to move. Microsoft has the news with Amazon. 336 up, 329 down. Microsoft earnings next week. If they say the Copilot is not going to be available next quarter, the stock is at 300. Tesla, I think they miss. 235, 221. That's what we know. That's what we know. Comments, questions. Okay, I talked about all those. Okay. I think we have a 2-year bond sale at 1. Yes, thanks. Okay, everybody have a great trading day. See you in chat.